Hello, welcome back. I'm Brainerror, and today we are playing a little game called Sunlight, which is a short exploration game. So I'm looking forward to just doing some relaxing exploration that doesn't last too long, that just, winds you down for the end of the day. Because this week has been a week, I will update you shortly. I will make a little update vlog about that. There's been a lot going on, so I just need to chill and have a chill game, and hopefully this will do that. I already love the music.
Welcome.
Whoa.
Are you sitting comfortably?
Yes, David
Are you
Attenborough.
focused
Oh,
and not thinking about whatever's bothering you these days?
perfect.
I'm not here to test you. Please, relax. Let your thoughts come and go and listen as they fade away in the distance. For better or for worse, this is where your life has brought you. Looking at a screen, listening to me. Imagine, for a moment, that you've just had a child. It's healthy, but
Okay.
unfortunately also completely blind.
Oh,
For their whole life, they will live in the dark
well,
and not see a thing.
not necessarily.
Their perception of reality is something that you might never be able to comprehend. How would you describe the world to them? What can't be touched or heard, smelled or tasted? How would you describe sunlight? By what it does? Or how it feels on their skin?
Probably how
I
it
think
feels.
I'd play them this piece of music. First composed by Tchaikovsky in 1878. These rays of light have traveled through decade after decade, finally reaching your ears this very moment. You have also traveled far to get here today, but you're only passing through and should probably get going.
I might have to turn the smoothing off.
While you're here, I'd like to tell you a story.
Okay.
It all happened to me when I was young, walking in the forest.
Much like you are. Those were days filled with boundaries and rules. No running in the hallways, don't do this or that or the other. With my world full of fierce discipline, I walked the forest to breathe.
One day, deep in the woods, I found a funny little tree,
Crooked, old,
and
and
wrinkly. With little work, a few bits of bark became huge ships.
calm creeks turned to ferocious oceans. I can still recall the people I imagined dragged downstream with a sense of guilt. As I gazed back upon the old tree, I noticed something peculiar. It was crying. Every crumple, like eyes closed tightly. Clear drops streaming silently down its wrinkly skin.
So I did, as children do, tasted it. Not because it looked tasty, but to figure out what it was. The first drop made my tongue tingle. The second made it prickle. And the very moment the third landed on my tongue, a profound sensation spread through my chest. Undefinable, like thirst, both vague and specific. Though one thing was clear, something was changing within me. I remember breathing in and out, feeling the fire.
That's better. Okay. Sorry about that. I needed to change some of the settings and put subtitles on because I thought I turned them on, but apparently I hadn't. So I can only go slowly. I think these are all the same. So yeah, I could have done this whilst it was speaking, but it was too laggy, and I thought I don't want to. You know, it doesn't suit lagging. Hello, who are you? Oh.
The following day, I awoke to a slight prickling in my fingertips. I studied them closely, discovering circular ridges on the foreign landscape of my skin. The prickling soon slipped my attention. It would be another week until it returned, a wave of gentle needles moving over my skin.
Hmm.
And then falling asleep, perhaps?
Right. I don't know.
I did not start worrying until it returned the third time. First making its way up my neck, before engulfing my skull completely from behind. I could feel the tiny needles covering my eyeballs.
How is this comforting?
But did it not stop there? I held my breath as the smallest thorns
crawled around my lips, or spreading into my lungs and stomach. My awareness spread with it,
And I remember the strangest sensation
Of my mushy dinner in
Ew!
there, as if I held its remains in the palm of my hand.
I don't know where this is going, but I'm not enjoying it. It's very disturbing. Also, the multiple voices. It kind of gives me Senua's Sacrifice, and it's not comforting, I must say. Right, let's pick another flower. I'm guessing that's what I'm doing. We'll see where this goes, though. Oh, this is a poppy.
suddenly, my body took control and opened my mouth. An explosion of air rushing into my lips. The tingling
Spread with it through an endless web of veins, soon reaching my beating heart.
For a moment, I stood in awe of the activity within my body.
I felt my heart beating faster and my skin sweating. Your body is your only vessel in this world, and when it misbehaves, the claustrophobia is total. Seek help, I thought.
I like her voice.
And at that very moment, the tingling needles shot from my brain down through my spine. I felt them scatter through my upper leg, where muscles contracted to
Lift my knee, my body weight shifted forward.
and a shockwave spread from the footsole. It landed softly on the ground.
The process repeated itself in greater detail for every step. I was overwhelmed, but my body kept moving. I did not at all feel like the boss, giving directions. It all happened automatically, and I was simply along for the ride. Like you.
Okay, I think I will stand near a tree when they're narrating like that, because I find the multiple voices... Okay, calm down, music. I find the multiple voices really distracting, even with the subtitles. I remember I had that panicky feeling with Senua's Sacrifice as well, with all the whispering in her head. With all the voices, like... Of course, that's more distressful because she's experiencing psychosis and whatnot, but... Can you imagine if all trees whispered like that at the same time, in different voices? Hello.
The doctor's office was cold and white. Crossing the floor felt like a polar expedition.
No, I don't want to
My
listen to you.
parents
Distant features of the landscape.
I wanted to explain, but was unable. My lips and tongue engaged in an intricate choreography, myself and the audience observing the words performed.
My lips muttered, I'm sure it will pass. While my thoughts were crying for help.
I'm not taking in any of the story. Oh, what's that though? It's weird. I can't really concentrate on what they're saying, even with the text, but it's more of a feeling. I don't know.
The conversation
Kept going, but I stopped
paying attention. Instead, I was following the hands of a clock
Mounted on the doctor's wall.
They were both speeding up and slowing down. I was slipping further and further away, a levitating camera in a video game merging with the code it was running on. Again with the binary, with the electronic circuit, and so on. I closed my eyes and let my sensations lead me. First, I spent some time with my bones.
Among their many functions, I got lost in their continuous breathing. An uninterrupted flow of calcium absorbed and released. Even my skeleton was alive and living, in and of itself. I could feel my mind clinging to the known, to the clattering thoughts, the buzzing of memories and fears of the future. But for each breath, tension was released,
and my shoulders
Sunk comfortably.
Oh.
It had certainly felt like I was in there, somewhere behind my face. But I was nowhere to be found. And the more I looked, the more hazy I became.
Yeah, this is definitely a game where I just feel it. You know? But also in the beginning, he said, imagine you have a child. Which wasn't very relaxing to me anyway, because having a child is one of the scariest things that I can imagine. Not because I don't like children, it's just the immense responsibility for creating life and then making sure that that person grows up to be a good person and a well-balanced person, and you don't fuck them up in the meantime, you know, with your own shit, is like really stressful to me. Or the fact that something might happen to them. I was actually talking to Grace about this the other day. I was like, I would be such a helicopter mom where I would be like constantly paranoid about things happening to my child because I'm so scared of losing them. It's one of the many reasons why I don't have children, and I'll never have children. But he said, imagine your child was born completely blind. How would you describe things to them? And then after that, I kind of lost the plot. Is that a white flower? I'm gonna get the white flower. I've got too many warm colors here. I want a nice variation. Yeah, because then he was talking about the prickling of... Oh, there's a yellow one. I want a yellow one. Fine.
When my eyelids eventually opened, they felt as slow as a sunrise.
Photons
to neural signals shooting along the optic nerve, each carrying a piece of information into the darkness. The brain categorized motion, color, edges, distance. I sat for a moment in the dusk, watching the sunrise. When the world eventually lit up, I was no longer wondering why matter lights up from the inside. My experience had changed from the fire to the light it emits. But it would get much stranger still.
But I still don't know what this has to do with a blind child. Or have I just completely missed the point? But nonetheless, I'm enjoying it. It's just, I don't think I'm enjoying it the way it's intended. Maybe I am, I don't know. Are you a white flower? I would like a nice white flower in my bouquet. Yes. Oh, a light blue one. Ah, that will do.
As the moment stretched, I started daydreaming.
Oh.
Or so I thought. It began as a shimmering field.
No, I don't want you.
Slowly in from the periphery of my
There
vision. The hands of the clock still moving, but among them vague shapes. Slowly but surely, I saw trees blowing past me, and among them, myself, sitting right there in the doctor's office with a vacant expression. While walking around myself, I was surprised to still see the clock straight ahead. Myself from the side, the clock on the wall. The two images were not overlapping, they just coexisted. Like imagining a familiar place with your eyes closed and you see both nothing and something at the same time. I turned to look towards myself, but saw only the face of the doctor, lingering somewhere between confusion, concern, and annoyance. However, when I studied his face closer, I was struck by terror. The image of myself had turned to look straight into my own eyes. I felt my own hand reach out towards myself.
Okay.
The weight of my hand landing softly on my shoulder. Eyes distant, looking at the doctor, looking at myself. Rules and boundaries disappearing.
I'm still confused. So is this kind of like a metaphorical kind of situation of getting bad news, like bad health news at a doctor? That you have kind of like, almost like an outer body experience because you kind of detach yourself from reality and... Or is this a dream? I feel bad that I totally missed the beginning of it because I was so freaking distracted by all the voices. And then the controls being off. Ow! It's too late now. You can all tell me what it's about later. I'll probably have to rewatch it myself and then go, oh. Right. I'm gonna... That's another yellow one. Can I like that looks like a white one. You might be white. Just want a variety, you know? Oh, I'm stuck. Hello? Oh, you light pink.
The fire was spreading. A delicate wave of nostalgia washing over me. Intimate recollections of past sorrow, relationships, education,
and even medical experience.
And at last,
I was no longer alone.
Oh.
Not in the sense that the doctor was there in the room, but rather that we were together. In the darkness of my mind.
A vast number of
Sensations were still flowing, but now with two observers to share the burden.
Oh, is that it? Sorry. It's like, oh, I found a nice northern accent and then it was gone like that. Oh, look at the trees coming into view. I can't go any faster than this, by the way. I see another blue and orange. Let's get that one. Well, I think it's the same as this blue one that I have here, which is kind of like a tulip. Oh no, you're red and... Oh, you're another poppy. Okay, I'll have another poppy.
Somewhere, out of sight, a hand picked me up. And as I kept breathing, the fire kept spreading. Soon,
It swallowed my parents, sitting in their chairs, doubting my story.
I felt contradicting opinions and ideas coexist, but not in conflict. Different notes in harmonious chords, shaping a balanced,
indivisible whole. More clouds spread into my vision, and more sensations through my body.
The music was evolving.
I looked at my hand. 5 fingers against a surface felt no different than 5 bodies.
Or minds. Branches becoming aware that they were connected to the same trunk all along. Their experience my own, all of them present in my mind.
I can't place that accent. I hear ravens though, or crows. It's very interesting. It's very, it's unsettling but comforting at the same time. I don't know how to describe it. I don't want another yellow. But that's a yellow one as well. Can I zoom in? No. There's another white one. Let's go for that one. I don't know if it makes any difference which way I go or what flowers I choose. Yeah, this is the same one as the one I already picked, but that's fine.
The prickling kept spreading. Each needle on my skin, another presence in my mind.
The prickling's back, baby.
More observers
Sharing the burden.
A vast number of sensations flowing. My world, like musical sunlight, just passing through.
every individual going about their business, strangers on the street, unaware that they were all each other, their surroundings, and me. I knew and felt them all as I knew and felt myself. And I could no longer feel contempt or that anyone was somehow less deserving. There was no longer me and you, no us versus them. It was all just me.
I suppose it could also be a metaphor for passing away. a bit stormy now. Oh, I don't like the noises. I'm going for this yellow flower, okay? Stop your screaming. Hmm.
As I kept breathing in and out, each new breath pushed me along
An ubiquitous landscape that was simply too beautiful to ignore. What lay past each tree and beyond every hill was another idea I knew to be true. Mountains, transient shadows of matter flowing through time. Slowly from one point of view, but for the mountain itself, oh boy, it's in a hurry, like everyone else. Both the whirlpool and the stream, an expression of energy floating through empty space. All experiences merging to one. There I was, all of us, you, me, I. The light that shines through the film. All else is smoke and mirrors.
Okay. Am I picking flowers for a grave? There's another white one. I want a proper white one. No, actually that one's pink again, like this one. Give me variation. Alright? That's what me would want. Variation on my grave. What about this one? Yeah. Nice. Picky.
as with all stories. This one also ends.
Okay.
Not because the story
has an ending, but because it keeps moving, leaving us behind.
My body kept living, like yours will, with surfaces
Preserving its illusion of separateness.
separateness.
The screen. How very nice. I couldn't tell if I ascended or dissolved. I'm soaring through space, but unable to move, nevertheless. And as I turn in orbit, the boundary between light and dark keeps moving. A cascading wave of thoughts, arriving at dawn, just to slip away at dusk.
I was just thinking, maybe the whole imagine you have a child who's blind, how you're going to describe things. I just realized that after that they started to describe a dream, right, that they had. Are they still describing that dream? And is that dream actually a metaphor for passing away? Or for something else? I'm gonna go for that one over there. Yeah, I just suddenly... I think that's what it is. I don't know why I'm so... Well, I know why I'm distracted. It's been a very intense couple of days, and I will let you all know what's been going on, but no, that's not the flower I want. What about that one? Yeah, so I'm running on very little sleep at the moment as well. And I didn't want to not upload another video, you know, because I know I've missed quite a few this month and last month, but there's a good reason. I think this is another pink one. Fine, I'll have that one then. Yeah, I wish I clocked on the... Oh, it's not. Yeah, whatever. Clocked on the fact that I could just single in one voice if I stay near a particular tree long enough.
A wild competition on a speck of dust suspended in nothing. An energy field fumbling in the dark, trying to describe myself. I want to be safe. Well fed, not too warm, not too cold. To be acknowledged by my closest. So even though you are another part of me looking back, you will always be a stranger.
A lump
of resources.
A lump?
For my exploitation. The branches cut. Our hemispheres separated once again. Rocks skipping along the surface, never sinking in. The inconsistent dash of beauty between the noise, picked up by the stranger with good intentions, and with it, sentenced to die. I don't care who you are, or how you found me.
But we are both reaching in. A few lonely rays, venturing through space, in just
the right direction.
Absorbed in our leaves, stored as sweet sugars,
and exhaled as crisp and clean oxygen. And while the light warms our skin, or while we wait for the next sunrise, we breathe in and out. All that matters is that you are here, right now.
And for a moment, we are together.
Where'd you come in?
And me. As one. Like we always are.
Excuse me, I didn't want you in there.
And we always will be.
I was listening to the gentle, feminine voice and he just came in, sneaking in, edging in. Oh, we're at the edge of the forest. Are those dead people? Oh, no, they're bouquets. Good. Wow. Oh, for cut trees. All the people before us. This is not the end. Okay. It says A here. Oh, so I can place it? Oh. Oh, wait, these are all messages. This one just says A. Pfft. Says souvenir. Walk slow, listen fast. Wrote this text out of my ass. So you can leave your own message for the next person. Oh my god. Some people didn't get it, I suppose. I hope you can find your way through. Hello, I hope Tottenham win the league this season. Everything ends. Still figuring this stuff out. Man, the new Evangelion spin-off movie goes hard. And then so this is S. Oh, Uncle Richard. Oh. Oh, wow. Sunset. Be kind. Give love. Why did that tree just disappear? Love blazes for those who feel but cannot see, and yet I see you surrounded by endless compassion. Seems that the dreams come true, isn't it? God, these messages are gonna make me cry. Be good. All the cut trees are sad though. Bow. I don't want to. I'm stuck. Cheeky. Why? J, okay. Live. I was a river birch tree in my past life, I'm certain of it. Life is a strange and wonderful thing. Enjoy it before it ends. Oh, I think it lights up because I can lay my flowers next to it. Meh. I needed this, thank you. Too many thoughts. I wonder if there's less flowers the further you go. Wow, look at that, the forest is gone now. And then dusk, beautiful dusk, and peace, and quiet. A Dutch one saying, come gardening. No, as in come, but come here, garden. You know, don't be gross. Enjoy every moment. God, I was not expecting this from this game. I just wanted something relaxing, and it still hits me in the guts because I lost another family member last week. And their funeral was today, and I couldn't be there. So it's, you know, people say games are shit. Tam. Come on. Embrace connections. Earth. Tell yourself, I am still here, I am strong, you will overcome. Yeah, there's less flowers out here. It's interesting. So I wonder if it does really matter where you place them in the game. Because there's less there, you see? There's a few. Feel your feet on the ground. Hello. Okay. So it was, I think it was a metaphor of passing away, I guess. Beauty will save the world. Hetla? Hetla is the place in Iceland. I actually stayed there, which in the beginning I made fun of because I didn't know wasn't pronounced as Hella. You've made it this far. It's very true. I just want to see what the furthest ones say, and then I'll place mine. Oh, okay. Right, I'll read that one and then I'll place mine. So, well, there's a few more around, but this is quite a long video already. I wasn't expecting it to be this long. But yeah, I might listen to it all again and see if I can get, like, be more conscious with what's being said. I'd rather be isolated for the rest of my life than have 100 false friends for one day. Very true. God, these messages. Okay, I'm gonna place mine looking out over the sun. Yeah, this one. Nice big stool. There you go. That's my message. Thank you for playing. I really like that, even though it caught me off guard a lot. And maybe that's part of it, you know, the confusion. If it is what I think it's trying to portray, then you would be caught off guard, you would be confused, and you're trying to make sense of the sensations and the things that you're experiencing as you transcend to another plane. I think that's what it is. It has to be, right? And then in the end, I felt really moved and peaceful. So I wonder if there's like a different way to do things as well. Whether it matters how you walk and what flowers you pick. Be interesting to see. I might play it through again on my own and see if there's other messages. Or I might just listen to it all again and take it in properly. But nonetheless, I got the gist of it, and it did move me, and it was very moving towards the end. So, and the messages at the end, apart from the jokey ones, which kind of helped as well, to be honest. Yeah, they helped as well. So thank you so much for joining me as always. Look after yourself and each other, and be kind to yourself and each other. You deserve it. And give those you love a big hug, because life is short. Thank you so much as always, and I will see you when I see you.